So, you think you have what it takes to become a realtor. All right, let me give you some important tips so that you pass that exam on the first try. Hi, my name is Michelle Lynch. I am a licensed realtor with Keller Williams Realty Consultants here in Roswell. I also have a license to sell real estate in New York. And I get a lot of people asking, oh my gosh, what is going on with the exam? I keep failing it. They're either failing it multiple times before they finally get it right, or they've got this hyper sense of anxiety because they don't know what to expect. So who better to tell you what to expect than a licensed realtor? Someone who not only took the exam, but passed it on the very first try. And so I'll tell you, I'm just a great test taker. I'm a great studier. I love to absorb knowledge. But for those of you who are not really good with taking tests, you get anxiety and you just are all over the place, I'm going to tell you precisely what to study because it is a lot of information. But unbeknownst to you all, it is not about selling real estate. It is about what you have the power to do as an agent, what you have the power to do and what you should not be doing, okay? It is precisely and strategically planned out so that you understand what your fiduciary duty is to your client. Look that word up. What fair housing laws are and how you would avoid violating those laws, because there are very hefty fees that come when you violate those laws and someone files a complaint. You could be fined upwards of $20,000 and potentially lose access to your license. And you don't want that. You'll also want to understand what commingling means and how you can avoid doing it, because commingling funds is a no-no. You don't want to be doing that. You also want to understand what each of the contracts mean, what they give you the power to do, how you'll be explaining the contracts, the different parts of the contracts to your client. You'll want to know the difference between a client and a customer relationship. Laws would allow you to eliminate or terminate a contract, extend a contract, what you have the power to say in the event you are representing a seller. You'll want to understand what you can disclose and what you cannot. It is very important. That is the very first step after you've decided that you want to become a licensed realtor, is to get the laws and the contracts committed to your memory, because it is very important, not just when you are out there in the streets and you're representing either your buyer or your seller client, but when you are at the closing table, when you are negotiating deals, you want to know what you have the power to say and do, okay? Again, if you don't commit those things to memory, you can really stop before you start, okay? So again, fair housing, real estate law, and client-customer relationship are the things that you really want to focus on. After you have found the school in your area that will give you your required 72 hours of coursework, they'll have a proctor at that school. The proctor is the person who will oversee your in-school exam. You will need to pass that exam by at least 80%, okay? And once you pass your exam in the school with your proctor, you'll now go and take the state exam, all right? And so exactly the same thing that you saw on the school exam is what you're going to see on the state exam. I'm not quite sure how many questions they have prepared in this day, because I became a realtor in 2014. So it may be different. The way in which they administer the exam may be online, it may be in person. It just depends on where you reside and where you're looking to get licensed. All right, so now after you've successfully taking your exam, both in school and with the state, you are going to want to research firms, right? Because the exam and getting your license does not prepare you to go out and effectively sell and represent buyers. It just tells you what you have the power to do, or not tell you, it just makes sure you understand what you have the power to do as a realtor. It wants to make sure the exam is structured to make sure you understand the laws of selling real estate and you understand to not violate any of those laws, right? So you want to align yourself with a great firm. Keller Williams is a great firm. If you are in a state where Keller Williams is doing business, you'll want to definitely consider them as your sponsoring broker. Once you have your license as a salesperson, you will need a broker to sponsor your license in order for you to activate your license. Okay, and so here at Keller Williams, we are offering free schooling. Sometimes school costs about $450, and that's a lot of coin. So if you are considering becoming a licensed agent, and you have also been considering being a part of the Keller Williams brand, use the link in the description box below and you can sign up and I can sponsor you, right? And the only requirement is that you stay along with the Keller Williams brand for 2 years after acquiring your license. And I think that's a pretty good deal. All right, so now you are now a licensed agent, you're with Keller Williams, and you're ready to go and sell. The first thing you are going to want to do is get your business cards. You need business cards. You've got something called the Blink card. It's a digital app where you plug in all your information and boom, people can scan your QR code when you meet them out in the street. It's really tech savvy and it's a modern day way of exchanging information without having to type it all in. That's great, but you also want to have those business cards as well, okay? You want to be able to decide and make that decision. Are you going to join a team or are you going to be a single agent? And that will be part of my next video because I have done both. And I will tell you the pros and the cons of each, right? So I hope this is enough to get you on the right path, to get you started in your real estate career, because there's tons of money to be made. And more importantly, there are lots of families waiting out there for your help, right? I'm Michelle Lynch with Keller Williams Realty Consultants here in Roswell, and I would love to earn your business or help you become a licensed realtor.